If you want to know how GRÜNS sells 7 million a month on Amazon, well, I'm going to show you exactly how on this video. I've broken it down into the top 5 most important strategic pillars in this playbook, and I'm going to go over each of them in detail. So if you implement all of the strategies that I go over in this video, you are going to have an extreme competitive advantage over your competition. So whether you are an existing company or a new startup, this video is going to be extremely useful for you, especially obviously if you are a supplements company. But these strategies can work for any category. So this will be a deep dive. So sit back, relax, get your favorite beverage of choice, and this will be a master class in how to dominate Amazon. Let's get into it. So before we get into the conversion side, let's get into the traffic side. That is PPC and SEO. I'm going to show you exactly what they're doing so you can emulate their methods. Before we get into that, I'm going to show you high level. This is the Amazon funnel. This is essentially the very simple math. How much you can sell on Amazon. Simple linear equation right here. So in order to sell 7 million a month, there's got to be lots of search volume. And then you've got to get a lot of organic impressions, a lot of sponsored impressions. You got to have a great click-through rate, and you got to have a great conversion rate. So all of those is what I call the trifecta. It's actually 4 things, but trifecta sounds best. And that's what we do as an agency for our clients. We optimize these 4 things. The better these are, the more sales you're going to get. So in order to explain their PPC and SEO, I will show you the first thing that I do when I audit a product. And that is go to the listing and I click the Jungle Scout Chrome extension. And then I click the little key here and it opens up Keyword Scout. I love Jungle Scout, used it for years. And so what I'm looking at first is I'm seeing the organic rank and the sponsored rank over here. And I'm seeing mostly what are you ranked organically for when I'm auditing any product. And my mindset is if you don't have any top 20 organic rankings, you're failing at Amazon. That's where all the profit is made. That's my holy grail. That's what we're trying to do. So to cut to the strategy of PPC, what they're doing very good at is they are advertising heavily on their competitors. So Golly is, or is it Golly? Golly, you tell me how to pronounce it. They are advertising heavily on their competitors. That's a theme of what GRÜNS is doing. Okay. And by the way, it's GRÜNS because I watched all of their video ads and we're going to get into that in a second. GRÜNS. GRÜNS. You have to say it with the GRÜNS. It's not grunts. I know that for sure, but who gives a fuck? Anyways, so they're bidding on Golly, their competitor. They are bidding on Lemmy, their competitor. They are bidding on Bloom, their competitor. Here's a tricky one. Hack right here. They're ranked number 10 for vitaminas. So Spanish keywords hack. Implement that. Test it out. And also they are bidding for super greens, which is not necessarily a gummy. So they're trying to steal as many customers as possible from people who are looking to buy just greens powder. My point here is they are bidding on huge search volume keywords. So if we look at Bloom, it's 100K plus broad and exact search volume. So lots and lots and lots of searches for Bloom, which is one of the top greens powders companies. So they're bidding very aggressively towards Bloom. So PPC strategy, what they are doing a lot of is targeting their direct competitors. And then over on the SEO side, of course, they are ranking very high organically for their main keywords. Gummy vitamins, they're ranked number 5. They're also ranked top 10 for gummy vitamins for adults. Pretty big search volume. Super greens gummies, daily greens, healthy gummies, greens supplements. That's pretty broad and they're ranked top 20. And then here's another funny one. Sugar-free jelly beans. They're sponsored on that one. So interesting. So PPC, we know they're targeting competitors, but the real reason that they are crushing it with that we're going to get into right now, and that is video ads. Overall, GRÜNS has the best video ads that I've seen on Amazon. So they're making use of this huge opportunity. Number one, they have lots of them, different combinations of commercials, UGC and UGC plus commercial combo, and their video ads are better than their competitors. So they're running away with the cake when it comes to video ads. Now, their best one. I've known about this video ad since last year. I broke it down in a separate video. And the reason this video ad crushes is because they are targeting the keyword bloom, which is their direct competitor. It's a greens powder. And guess what the video shows? It shows here's why bloom is bad and here's why GRÜNS is good. So this us versus them comparison style video infographic, this is what crushes on Amazon. Amazon is a comparison platform. I've said for the millionth time. People are coming to make the choice. They don't need to be sold on why they need to fill their nutrition gaps, why they need to take vitamins, the features, the benefits. Your job is to sell them on why you are the best. So they sent their product to this influencer and they had them do a comparison between Bloom and between AG1. And then also they optimized for the thumbnail, which I'll get into in a second. So let's play the video.
This is not comprehensive green powder. In fact, I'm not even really sure what it is. No fiber, no vitamins or minerals, no mention of micro or macronutrients anywhere on the label. Green powder should be comprehensive and fill the nutrition gaps that you and 92% of people have. If what you're looking to buy is fiber, go ahead. But if you're looking for comprehensive nutrition that provides gut health, support, immunity, energy, brain health, cognitive focus, hair, skin, and nail support, and much, much more, because it's comprehensive, make sure to check out GRÜNS Daily Green Gummies. Look at this nutrition label. Over 20 vitamins and minerals present with optimized dosages, greens, fruits, prebiotics, antioxidants, adaptogens, and super mushrooms. This is not comprehensive green powder.
So as you can see, comparison of us versus the competition, which they just searched. So what you should do is this. When you are targeting competitor keywords, such as this one, such as Bloom, do a comparison video. You can copy this exact style that they are doing or get with a creative expert and get creative on how you can do a simple video that shows them, bad, 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 us, good, good, good. So run that sponsored brand video ad for the direct competitor keyword. And I've seen this video around even as display video. So that's how I know this video is working really well because I keep seeing it around Amazon. So option one, get an influencer to do a video similar to this. And as you saw in this video, they edited it and they spliced in sections of their professional commercial. Okay, that works great. Long story short, this video here was very strategic. The guy clearly has a script, and also he's clearly, as you can see, he's clearly covering the Bloom logo. So you're not allowed to show competitor logos. Make sure it's blurred out or covered because of copyright. But you can, without showing, insinuate what these guys are doing. Stop, everyone. Bloom sucks because of these 1, 2, 3 idiot-proof reasons. What you really want is GRÜNS. Got a lot more. You see that? Okay, that's option one for creative, us versus them. Option number two, and what I would do if I were GRÜNS, and what I would do if I were you, is you can just use the billboard method. Going right over here to their gallery images. They nailed it. This is what I've been saying, folks. And when I saw this on their listing yesterday, I was like, God, I love GRÜNS. Huge fan. I'm a huge fan. Because they're doing what I've been preaching for years. It's show as simple as possible, idiot proof, in 3 bullet points, why you're better than the #1 direct competitor. And you have to blur out the competitor logo. GRÜNS is like, yo, we're going to go head to head with them. Here's exactly why. And you want to know one other shocking truth is that most customers won't even read the bullet points. And you want to know what's even funnier? I haven't even read these bullet points yet, right? Because the bullet points are not the point. The point is they're confident enough to say us versus them, we're better. And that's what a shopper will see, and then they will keep scrolling, exactly like I did. But let's read it. Tastes like a fruit snack. No mess, no mixing, just grab and go. There is earthy, grassy taste most people have to get used to. Requires scooping, shaking, and blending. Primarily greens and basic blend of nutrients. There's a 60 plus whole food ingredients plus 21. I'm telling you guys, vast majority of people are not reading this. They are skimming, skimming, skimming. So what I would do and what you can do right now without filming any content, you can use my billboard method to make a video ad of a comparison chart. So as you can see, here are my video ad templates. And by the way, I have this huge Canva project available in my digital product store for a very reasonable price. If you just want to skip the line and use my templates, link in the description. What I would do if I were GRÜNS is this. I'm just going to copy this image. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to paste it in. And I'm going to turn this image into essentially a billboard method video. So this is essentially what I would do. I would take this image and I would make it into a billboard ad. I would make one version into just one single image. And I obviously have your graphic designer make everything perfect. But take this square image and turn it into a rectangle. And then I would do another version where you just have this comparison chart square on the right and on the left, some big billboard headline. Make sure it stands out as best as possible. Boom. Game changer or levels above, or put your copywriting hat on. Now people are going to be scrolling down Amazon. They're going to see this. They're going to see Bloom blurred out, and they're going to get the picture. They're going to get it in 1 second. Oh, this brand is claiming they're better than Bloom. They're not going to read any of the text. Damn near guarantee it. But they're going to get the point. They're going to click on it and they're going to visit your listing. And then the listing is what does the selling. So you can do this today. And I would love to see your results. Email me, Riley@amazingmarketingco.com. Would love to make you a case study. So do this yourself. You can get my templates if you want to, link in the description. Or if you want my team to make video ads for you, get in touch at Riley@amazingmarketingco.com. What I like to do is I like to put them as 10 seconds. 10 seconds. This is essentially a static image, which is just exported as a video. I just right click, download MP4 video, boom. These billboard style video ads can be very effective. Now this would be one style. Another style would be, I would take their best UGC content and put that on the left side. And I would test a few variations. Test. I'd test probably 5 to 10 different variations. That's obviously how GRÜNS ended up with the video ad that I'm showing you, is because they're a multi-million dollar company. They obviously tested bunch of different video ads, and what's running now we can assume is the best ones. So the comparison, I loved that. If I were them, I would take that comparison and I would do even more comparison. They also have multiple different professionally shot commercial type videos. Now, if you have the budget, I obviously highly recommend using a professional video studio to get a TV commercial type video. They can go a long way, but right next to that, they have a UGC style video. So they're using all different styles of videos, which in marketing is smart. You test, and you keep what's best. Here's another one of their TV commercial style ads shot professionally by a studio. And then I looked at their competitors' video ads, and they're doing the UGC style. This one is billboard style. I like this, how it just has the static text on the left and then some UGC video on the right. This one down here, it's pretty good. I would say they're missing a huge opportunity because they don't have a huge billboard text on the left. They're just assuming that you're watching the whole UGC video. But to summarize, what GRÜNS is doing very well is they are killing it in the video ad department. No company is doing better in the video ad department than GRÜNS. So that is one of the big reasons they are selling 7 million a month. All right, so to recap so far, PPC, they're doing lots of competitor targeting. They're killing it with that. And to go along with their PPC, they are killing it with video ads. The video ads so far, that is, I think, some of the biggest secret sauce that you can take away from this video that you can emulate. Because what I tell clients all the time is your goal, especially if you're new in your niche, is to try to steal as many sales as possible from the big #1 brand. So many brands are missing out on this opportunity. I actually haven't even seen a brand that is doing this right. And we try to do it for our clients. So let's say you're a new greens gummy coming into the space. If you're doing any form of video ad, it needs to be loud and clear. Hey, y'all, here's GRÜNS, here's us, here's why we're better. And even if you're not better, even if you have less ingredients, blah, 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 just put us versus GRÜNS. It's going to pique their curiosity enough to be like, oh, they're claiming they're bigger and better than the big bad wolf on the block. They're going to go to your listing, and then the listing is the job to convert, which brings me to the next strategic pillar, CRO, conversion rate optimization. Boy, do I love what they got going on. So first of all, here's their listing. Here's what it looks like. We have the gallery images. I'll go over these one by one in a second. And then we have the videos in the gallery. They could actually be doing a better job here. If I were them, I would put their Us versus Bloom video in here. Their third video is their commercial, and then there's another UGC one, and there's another UGC one, and there's another UGC one. What GRÜNS is missing out on is make sure the first video that comes up, the first one that plays, is your best video. How you do that is you need to make sure your best video is the most recently uploaded one in Seller Central. As of right now, that's how it works. You can't drag and drop the order of videos in the gallery. And then related videos for this product, these are all Amazon influencers. You definitely should send your product to as many Amazon influencers as you can. Okay, if you don't know how to do that, feel free to reach out to me, Riley@amazingmarketingco.com. But huge opportunity is make sure the first video that plays is your best video. It explains it, why we're different, stupid simple, not just some random UGC video. Because you know how many people are watching that video per day? Thousands. Like your featured video needs to be the first one. It's obvious, right? But on Amazon, it's kind of stupid. It just puts the most recently uploaded video as the first one, which brings me down to Premium A+. Well, actually, let's go here. The product videos section. This is a section that's relatively new, like in the past year. And when it says earns commissions, that means it's an Amazon influencer. And as you can see, this is a huge space for video right here. This is a huge piece of real estate. And I'm playing her little UGC video, and I'm not sure, honestly. I don't think there's a way to choose the order that these videos show up. Maybe it's just the most recent one. I don't know. If anyone knows that, let me know. But point is, oh, okay, so here's one that's uploaded by GRÜNS right here. As you says, it's uploaded by GRÜNS. So ideally, you want your commercial to play here front and center, right? This is your freaking page, right? This is like, think of it as your website. You want your video to be the first one that's right there to get people to watch, not some random lady. Sorry, Gwen. All right, so try to optimize for that. I'm not sure how to make your video first, but you can ask me later, or if anyone knows, let me know. And then we're gonna get into the Premium A+, which I think is really good, but there are some things that they can improve, but they're doing a lot right. This is how the slider works, and this is how the FAQ dropdown works. And this is how the brand story, aka from the brand, looks. And then you scroll down. As you can see, going back to ads, they are doing defensive sponsored brand placement right here on their own listing. Okay, that is another thing to note, another strategy that you should test In marketing, whenever I say a strategy you should do, it means you should test it. And if it doesn't make sense for your goals, then you stop doing it. That's what marketing is. But this is a strategy that you should test and play around with. Advertise your own sponsored brands and cross-sell on your own listing, which is a theme we're going to get to in a second. Also, you will see this is a sponsored display video. These are kind of nice because they autoplay. This is letting their zillions of viewers per day know, oh, they have a kids version. Okay, then we scroll down. The reviews, we'll get into the reviews in a second. Scroll down. Okay, so that's in general how the listing looks. As you can see right here, we have 2 competitor sponsored display ads right here on their listing, advertising on GRÜNS. Currently right now, when I refresh the page, could be different. And again, GRÜNS is doing another cross-selling brand defense ad right here at the top, letting people know, hey, we also have these mushroom gummies. So I'll take you down Premium A Plus lane, module by module. I'll tell you what they're doing right that you can emulate and what you can even improve on. So first of all, make sure you have Premium A Plus. That allows you to have all the premium modules, full page width sliders, FAQ dropdowns, cross-selling modules, etc., etc. Okay. First thing, main tagline, 10 out of 10. You have nutrition gaps. GRÜNS fills them. Fits the idiot-proof rule. Simple, skimmable headline that's easy to understand, followed by a simple paragraph explainer. Delicious, convenient, and packed with 60-plus powerhouse ingredients, GRÜNS provides the nutrients you need to support whole body health. Life hack snack packs, if you will. So it checks my idiot-proof rule. Your first big image module should be a main brand tagline that's idiot-proof, followed by a little paragraph explainer. Second module, this could be called a second good headline. Transform your health is one of their taglines. I think it's a good one. Transform your health sounds powerful, and it's followed by 4 simple, skimmable feature icons, easy to understand. Next big image module, creative USB headline. This is 10 out of 10. Another fun tagline that's idiot proof that also explains what it is. You have nutrition gaps. GRÜNS fills them. Oh, 5th grader can understand that. Transform your health. Explains itself. So good you'll forget it's good for you. That explains one of their key USPs, which is taste great. So good you'll forget it's good for you. It's great creative USP headline because it explains the USP in a fun way. It tastes good and it's healthy. And before moving on to the next one, I will point out that this is actually 3 large image modules stacked on top of each other. And this is what I call the double-decker method. You should definitely do this, but they're actually using a triple-decker. They've combined all 3 so it looks like one large continuous image. This is the secret sauce with Premium A+, and you definitely should do this. Another cool design choice that they did is you see how the gummy bears are sticking out and it kind of looks like it pops off the page off into the white space. That's a really cool design thing. I love it. And by the way, if you want to skip the line again, I have a bunch of Premium A+ templates here in Canva in my digital product store as well. 50 of my favorite listings, including Bloom. Bloom is here. LMNT is here. If you just want to start with one of these, this is one we did for a client. Duplicate it and then build from there if you are a DIY person and want to start with one of these templates. These are all editable. The modules are drag and drop, so you can plug and play, mix and match. And I like to build complete listings in Canva. It rivals Figma. You can build your whole entire listing in Canva, and that's actually what we do at Amazing Creative. This is our design team. If you want us to design your whole listing like GRÜNS, 100% optimized for conversion, this is obviously what we do. AmazingCreative.io to get in touch if you want us to do it for you. Moving on to the next module, another great headline written by a pro, not ChatGPT, formulated to fit your life. This is what I call a KISS explainer infographic. They did 10 out of 10. This section is simply to communicate all the features and benefits. It's simple, skimmable, not too cluttered. Simple little icons, and then some feature benefits here. And then this section is very important as well. Tested for quality and purity to ensure your peace of mind. I would just simplify this headline and say tested by the best. Make sure to show your third-party lab certification. If you have Eurofins, I would showcase that. If you have NSF certified, I would showcase that, because the market is becoming aware what's inside the supplement is not actually what's on the bottle. There were some controversies in recent years. That's why Amazon, now with the past couple of years, requires lab testing. But now that you're going to be required to be tested by Eurofins or one of Amazon's lab partners, I would showcase that on the listing. Eurofins certified or NSF certified or whatever lab you go through. Eurofins has been known in the supplements industry for years as the gold standard. So I would recommend Eurofins for that reason, because it's the most well-known, highest quality lab. So very good what they're doing here. Tested, peace of mind. What we advertise is what's in it. Also, I didn't even notice this until now, but this is a hoverable module. Customers aren't even going to really notice this. Is this really needed? No. I think these are little hoverable buttons here. I think those are pointless. Next one is the slider. Choose wisely. Again, another professionally written headline. What do I think about the slider? Choose wisely. GRÜNS are available in both packs of 10 and 28. Blah, blah, blah. Sugar-free, 28-day supply. Classic low sugar. Want a test run? We also have a 10 pack. Yeah, I would give this a B+ use of the slider. It's essentially explaining their lineup. It's saying, hey, we have 0 sugar, we have low sugar, and we also have a 10 pack. And we'll get into the 10 pack in a second. Coming down to the last module, I do like an IRL picture showing that GRÜNS comes in a huge bag with a bunch of little bags inside it. That's one of the things that's a bit confusing, but that makes it clear by showing it in real life. Okay, they did that on the right, and they doubled it with having a comparison chart on the left. A comparison chart is absolutely necessary in the A+ content. Absolutely. What do I like about their comparison chart? Do I think it's good? First and foremost, the most important part of a comparison chart is that you have it, because again, 9 out of 10 people don't read it. It's more of a flex thing. It's saying we're claiming that we're better than other things. But for the people that do read it, okay, taste, we win. Portable, no cleanup, organic ingredients, vitamins and minerals, veggies, fruits, prebiotics, fiber, antioxidants, mucus adaptions. Like a multivitamin and overpriced green powder. Okay, so they're comparing against a multivitamin and a greens powder. This is a B-. It's better than nothing. But what would be better is put us versus Bloom. So instead of overpriced green powder, put the Bloom bottle logo blurred out, and then put another generic multivitamin brand blurred out here. It's easier to understand for the customer. And even better, I would put Bloom, and then I would put 2 or 3 more direct competitors. And I would even put other greens gummies. And that may even need to be a separate chart. This makes it clear, of course, gummies are more convenient. But on Amazon, you don't need to convince people why they want greens gummies. For this niche, maybe that's not entirely true. But if you're in a supplements niche and you're like creatine gummies, if you're vitamin gummies, people are familiar with gummies, with vitamin gummies, and they're coming to shop for vitamin gummies. I would say that's 80-20. People already, they want to get some vitamin gummies. They like vitamin gummies. So you don't need to convince them. You don't need to waste space on your listing convincing them why powder, why it's better than a capsule. You know what I'm saying? This is bottom of funnel. So what I would do if I was GRÜNS is I would look at the top other greens gummies companies, greens gummies like Kiala, Super Green Gummies, Primal Harvest, and Weight World. Just take the top 5 best-selling ones, line them all up, and do a comparison chart against those. That would make GRÜNS more money. I damn near guarantee it. FAQ section. Most important part of an FAQ section is that you have it. So make sure that you have it. What 5 FAQs are you going to have here? That's up to you. Use common sense. You're the brand owner. Put the 5 most common questions that you get. I do like when should I expect to see the benefits, but they actually have another image explaining that. So I'll get into that in a second. With the brand story, they're doing some things great that you can emulate. Okay. First module is cross-selling. They're doing a pretty good job at cross-selling. They're showing their whole lineup. Second module, this is very good. It's reminding you that they have a subscribe and save offer. Now, by default, everything is 10% off subscribe and save, but it's just reminding people in the back of their mind, we have a subscribe and save offer. Next module is just a paragraph. Meh. Next module, why GRÜNS? 4 bullet points. Meh. Next one, packed with 60 ingredients. Meh. Next one, some bullet points. Meh. Next one, featured in travel and leisure and pop sugar. If I were them, I would have the featured in travel, leisure, pop sugar be the third one. If you're featured in publications, I would put that as an actual gallery image and in the A+ content for sure. Also, goes without saying, the branding is 10 out of 10. They used a big fancy professional branding agency to have the look and feel of a $100 million company. And it's no surprise that they are. So that was a premium A+. They are crushing it. They are killing it. But huge thing they're missing out on the premium A+. They could have a big video module right here. So they made a professional commercial. I would put their professional commercial right there, front and center. I think that's a missed opportunity. Gallery image. I give it an A+. They are using the sticker hack, which is where you put a little tag, looks like a sticker on the actual packaging, even though it's just done in Photoshop. The idea is it makes it clear on the search results, hey, this is a 28 pack, #1 GRÜNS brand. And then they put a picture of the actual, what it looks like, makes it clear that it's looks like little gummy bears. And then it's got a strawberry flavor. Okay, so fruits and veggies, fresh and sweet taste. And then it shows that it comes in little packs. So great job on the main image. I'm assuming that they A/B tested several main images. My SOP, you must A/B test at least 5 main image concepts. Do this inside of Seller Central A/B experiments. That's what we do, and that's the only way you're going to know what gets you your best click-through rate. Because as we went over before, click-through rate is extremely important. If you increase your click-through rate 1%, you're increasing your sales 1%. So just by being really strategic, look, they even have this gummy pecan right there. You see that? Love it. Love it. Whoever's doing their shit, yo, great. But if you know who's doing their shit, send them this video. There's some ways you can improve. All right. Let's get in some more ways they can improve. Second image, it's a stupid, simple explainer. I love it. Follow it, copy it. Third image, what to expect. I do like this. Some supplements companies do this, and some of our supplements clients do this, and we recommend it. The what to expect after 7 days, after 30 days, after 90 days. Now, they have 3 days, 7 days, 14 days. 3 days, your routine starts. 7 days, everyday energy support. 14 days, digestion support. Now, that don't really make sense to me, okay? I don't know why with that sudden action all of a sudden, but like, for example, we had a client that was gut support, like digestive enzymes. And there's an image that says what to expect. And so what I would do is after 7 days, after 30 days, and after 90 days. It depends on your product, but let the customers know what to expect over what period of time. I think that's really helpful to know. Next image is great. They are saying over 35,000 research publications support the efficacy of GRÜNS, backed by research. So if there's any research studies you can cite, I would have that as an image. I think that's good. Who knows where they're getting the 35,000 from, showing that all of these vitamins are good for you. Who knows? But if there is any science research, make that known. This one already showed. This is my favorite one. I would put this as the first gallery image after the main image. Why? Because the best thing that's going to convert, that's going to increase conversion rate, is by stealing a customer from someone, from a competitor. That's going to move the needle the most. Do you know what are you picking up what I'm putting down right here? Because Amazon is a comparing platform. The more folks you can steal from Bloom, the better. And Bloom, as we saw at the beginning of this lecture, is a huge searched keyword. They're the fastest growing greens brand. So the most important thing for people to know, the most important converting thing would be, hey, here's why we're a better option than Bloom. Now that's green powder. If I were them, again, I would have another image that shows, here's why we are the best greens gummy. So we've convinced as many people as possible that, hey, if you just searched in Bloom and we paid for your click to get on this page, as we already showed, they're putting their ads in front of Bloom green powder. Now they're here. It's your job to convince them why you should Bloom bad, GRÜNS good, good. It's in the gallery, but I will put it as the first image. First image, folks. Let's just get straight to it, head to head. And then if I were them, I would also put a second comparison chart, which should also be in the A+, showing here's how we compare to other greens gummies. And a lot of people ask, Riley, should I put the same infographics in the gallery as in the A+? Amazon philosophy. I say yes, because why? On both of them, you should put your most important shit. That's point number one. Point number two, some people will look at one or the other. For example, on desktop, some people are just going to scroll down. Here, they will see the Premium A+ front and center, takes up the whole fucking page. Hard to miss. But a lot of people will not click through here and see this, and vice versa. Some people will just stay up here, boom, and bounce. So you should put your best ammunition in both places. If they go through both, then great. They've just been hit twice with your best players. So this is the next one, which I love. This is great. Price justification chart. We're going to get into pricing strategy in a second, but especially if you're premium, this is great. GRÜNS versus cost of other pills. 8 out of 10 people are just going to look at the bottom, $74 per month versus $200 per month. This is fire. This is fire. It puts that $200 price anchor, and it helps them realize, oh, maybe it's worth it, or it's not as expensive. It gets rid of that price shock. I would emulate this 100%. And for all of our clients at Amazing Creative, yes, we do this. This is what we specialize. Everything I'm doing is, these are my 6 pillars of what I call an Amazon conversion page. Okay. And by the way, all of our listings are done by Tom, 10 plus years senior copywriting graphic designer, not done by some shitty Fiverr person in Pakistan. Next one, nutrition label. I like the layout of this. It's really good. Use this template. I love it. Let's go over here. Do make sure it's zoomable. Okay. They need to be able to see all the ingredients. Very clear. I love what they're doing with this. Click to zoom in on the nutrition label. Love that. Our key ingredients. This is another one. Stupid simple. It's got little icons with a few words explaining. Okay. It's 5th grader proof. Love what they're doing here. All right. So to recap, with creative conversion, they're killing it. $10 million branding, or rather, should I say $100 million branding, because they're a $100 million company. They're crushing it. All these modules, emulate them, copy them if you want. We have GRÜNS in my Premium A+ templates that you can get in Canva, my digital product store, link below if you want to just take this and use that as a starting point. What they're missing is they could put a video there front and center. Also in the gallery, I would, if I were them, try to make sure that their best video is the first video that plays. Also, if I were them, I would have a module which is lots of FAQs. Maybe do it as one of the sliders. The reason is this actually helps with optimizing for Rufus AI. Because Rufus, our good old Rufus, it obviously gets its information from the page, the text, and it reads the images. So make sure you have an FAQ drop-down module. But what I would do if I were them and if I were you, I would have maybe another image in the slider, be a bunch of text, and have it be like 10 more FAQs on the left half, 10 more FAQs on the right half. 1, if people read it, that's going to be helpful for them. But 2, Rufus is going to read it, and that's going to help give Rufus more good information. Before we get into external traffic strategy, I'm going to tell you the GRÜNS playbook for pricing and catalog. Very important on Amazon that you nail your pricing strategy and your catalog strategy. All right. So for pricing, premium pricing, obviously, but they are able to justify this because they have the most reviews and the best branding. Okay. Looking at some of their competitors, 33 per count versus Force Factor Greens gummies, 25 cents per count. Vita Vite, 37 per count, 33 per count. Okay, that's not that much more. Bloom Super Greens. As you can see, Bloom Super Greens, they're pretty new, trying to get back into the game. Weight World, they're super cheap, 17 cents per count, 25 cents per count. Daily Greens, 21 cents per count. So they are premium, but at the very beginning, they tested lower pricing at launch, then remained steady other than the regular Black Friday and Prime deals. And you can see this in Jungle Scout. They launched November 30th, 2023. So we're seeing pretty much the entire life cycle here. Started around 80, then they came down to 60 for a bit, then they went back to 80, then they leveled out kind of where they are at right now at 74. And you will see the price has short little dips. Those are for like Black Friday sales and such. Also very important to note here is that look at their sales. Their sales are this little orange one. Where they're at right now is 6-7 million a month. It took them 2 years to get there. At the very beginning, look, it was really low. Then it kept climbing and climbing. And then about a year ago, they just started climbing huge, which goes to say they are selling 7 million a month because they had first mover advantage. That's the whole point of their startup. Hey, let's do greens and a gummy. They were the first big player. The market wasn't really aware. And then after vitamin gummies got popular, people started to catch on. They obviously proved the proof of concept of the entire company. Then they started doing more external traffic, more Amazon ads, and then boom, they've hit their stride, captured the market, dominating the market, doing 6 million a month. So see this, realize this. It took a while to build up to this point. They didn't just start selling 7 million per month overnight. Okay. So their pricing is obviously very strategic. With pricing, every product needs to have a strategic pricing plan. Now, in my playbook, for the first 3 months and really for the first year, have it as low as possible. Okay, if you can come away year one at the break-even point, that is great, especially in the supplement space where it's all about LTV. Your competitors are ready to invest, aka lose money. Not really losing money, it's investing in acquiring customers, right? It's all about subscribe and save and that LTV. So obviously they know their LTV, and that's why they are able to probably, maybe, who knows, have Amazon not be profitable on their advertising on Amazon to acquire their first customer because they know they have a catalog of other products and they know their LTV. Okay, with pricing, the other key thing to note is currently they do not have a subscribe and save coupon. Now, if I were you, this is my launch playbook for supplements. Start with a 40% off subscribe and save coupon. As you can see, these guys are doing 30% off. Wonder Greens, I saw these guys in Whole Foods Market. These guys are big. 20% off subscribe and save coupon, 15% off. We had a client. They're in a very, very competitive space. ACV gummies. Never going to get to page one, right? We did a 40% off subscribe and save coupon strategy, and we got them to page one. So it can be very, very, very powerful. So do that. But obviously, GRÜNS is doing many, many channels. So obviously their pricing is very well thought out and they landed on this price per count. But obviously, they are also doing a strategic catalog lineup. First thing on Amazon is they are doing strategic browse nodes. So on some of their products, the category is spirulina. On this one, which is the 10-pack, it's chlorella. So this is a strategic thing on Amazon, and we do it for our clients too. You can choose like your subcategory, and let's say you're a multivitamin gummy. You may have a better chance at ranking #1 bestseller, as you can see, #1 bestseller in chlorella herbal supplements, than if they had chosen greens or something. So that is a strategic thing that you should talk to with your Amazon expert. What subcategory should we choose based on which one we have the highest chance of ranking highest. So they did a great little hack there. Next huge catalog hack, which you should do. They have a sample pack. This is huge. If you're launching a new product, have a small sample pack. Number one, it's going to get you reviews faster. Number two, it's more cost effective to send these out to reviewers, influencers, product testers, which both feeds into potentially getting reviews as well. And number three, if an actual real organic customer is curious about you, but they're like, don't want to spend $70. Okay, I'll just get the 10 pack and I'll try it out. They're banking on you're going to get addicted. You're going to love the flavor and you're going to become a long-term customer. So having that small, either sample pack, or if you have a bunch of flavors, have a variety pack at a low price. Huge hack. Definitely do that. I'm not sure why they have it as a separate parent listing variation. Normally, you should have it under the same listing. It would just be here, low sugar, sugar-free, and then low sugar 10-pack, sugar-free 10-pack. Also, before I forget, huge key with supplements, especially gummies. I mentioned flavor. And I mentioned they're hoping you're going to get addicted to the flavor. What we've noticed with supplements is if it tastes bad, you're going to get bad reviews. That's just kind of the way it is on Amazon with the mass market. Now, obviously, GRÜNS, they have a low sugar and they have a no sugar. Both, of course, are going to be sweet. Pretty much every vitamin gummy is going to be sweet, but I've never tried GRÜNS personally. But I'm guessing and assuming that the flavor is really good and not necessarily really sweet. I don't know, maybe. I hate vitamin gummies that are overly sweet, but I'm assuming that because this is like a VC-backed company, that their flavor formulation had a lot of R&D going into it. And it's like the best fucking tasting gummy. Like, delicious. And that goes without saying. All the biggest companies obviously have money to put into R&D and they taste the best. Like LMNT, for example, the electrolyte powder. The flavor on that is so good. Like I even order it from Amazon.com out here to Asia and pay the international shipping. It's so good compared to other electrolytes that I've tried. So they're the number one selling electrolyte brand. The number one selling energy drink brand right now, Celsius. Tried those when I was back home for the summer. The flavors of those, ridiculous. They're so good. It's like the best tasting energy drink I've ever tasted. No wonder they're the best selling beverage on Amazon. So I say this to say, realize another big reason that they are selling 7 million per month is they are the best tasting greens gummy. This goes in hand with being the best product. They're probably the best product in terms of the most ingredients, the most premium product, the overall best what's in it. But that goes hand in hand with the best tasting because vitamin gummies are quasi candy. I mean, that's quasi the whole point of the vitamin gummies market because I've ordered some vitamin gummies. I don't typically do my supplements as gummies, but some I have. And when you pop them, it's like, oh, that felt like I was eating some gummy bears. Like you'll get a little bit of a dopamine hit because you get that little sugar hit and it's like, oh, but it's vitamins. Oh my God. So it's like, if you're doing gummies, what I'm saying is you should put a lot of research and R&D into having a super awesome flavor. And so make sure your R&D is done professionally. I'm sure they had the best R&D and I'm sure that these taste amazing. Don't let that go understated by me. Okay. They're selling 7 million per month and dominating because they have the best product. If you need help with R&D or advising, email me, Riley@amazingmarketingco.com. Because at the end of the day, how you make $1 million in supplements in e-commerce is you have the best product. At the end of the day, the best product wins. I can't make this video without saying that loud and clear. All right. Continuing with the lecture today, students, virtual bundles. They have virtual bundles set up with all of their other products. Do a lot of shoppers buy virtual bundles? Well, let me ask you this. Have you ever bought a virtual bundle on Amazon? No. I've never met someone in person that's actually bought a virtual bundle. But in my mind, and what I tell clients is it's a might as well type of thing. It's a might as well. It's extra real estate on the listing that just lets people know we got other shit. Go check it out. Now they're aware whether they buy some now or later. Virtual bundles, it doesn't cost you anything. It's a might as well set up your virtual bundles. All right, so before we get into the external traffic, which is a huge, huge piece of this puzzle, folks, of how they're selling 7 million per month, I will make a note that why reviews is not one of the strategy pillars in this video, because it is one of my Amazon launch pillars. It's actually the second one, which is very important. And if you come over here to my 100x Amazon OS complete strategy, you will see with reviews, we'll cover this real quick. My reviews playbook. First of all, goal number 0, always have a 4+ star rating. Absolutely necessary or you're fucked. Goal number 1, 30 reviews in 30 days. Goal number 2, 100 reviews in 100 days. Goal number 3, 1,000 reviews in the first 2 years. And the ultimate goal is to hit 1,000 reviews, maintaining that 4+ star rating. Then you have what I call solidified page 1 real estate. That's a home run product, and that's where all the money is made. So it goes without saying that GRÜNS has a 4.3 rating with over 1,000 reviews, thousands of reviews. They're going to hit 5,000. They're going to hit 10,000. But it actually is worth noting that they're at 4.3. If they were at 4.2, then it would look like 4 stars. But if you have 4.3, then that 5th star gets halfway filled in and it looks like that, which, trust me, looks so much better than 4 stars. All these freaking green gummies have 4.3, 4.4. You know why? Because this shit's fucking candy. People are reviewing it because they get a dopamine hit when they eat the damn thing. Let's look at an example right here. Look, 4.1 looks like that. 4.3 looks like that. So it is worth noting that they have 4.3, which is very, very crucial. And what you should do, if you fall to 4.2, go to the product testers pillar and run a product testers campaign to boost up that star rating. But reviews is a whole separate video. And by the way, if you want to download this entire whiteboard with my 100x complete Amazon strategy, everything from reviews to PPC, external traffic, CRO, catalog strategy, even operations, how you should set up your Amazon business, all the people, and the post-purchase flow. You can access this entire Miro board where I have all my playbooks here, including the GRÜNS playbook over here. All right, which brings us to external traffic. What are they doing? They're doing lots. All right, so lots of Instagram, lots of TikTok, lots of Facebook, and they're obviously driving traffic to their Shopify store. And then they have a big email list. But what's happening is they're getting lots of spillover. Some experts have said as much of 30% of shoppers on TikTok will spill over. And instead of checking out right then and there on TikTok shop, they are more comfortable going to their Amazon app, searching on Amazon and buying on Amazon. As much as 30% of people prefer just to buy on Amazon. That may also apply with direct Instagram ads. If they see an Instagram ad, they're getting hit with your Instagram ad, boom, they go to your website. As much as 30% of shoppers would just be like, I'm ready to buy this, but I'd rather just search you on Amazon real quick and buy you on Amazon. So that's the spillover effect. So must be very clear. They're selling 7 million a month on Amazon because they're getting lots of spillover from their other activities that they are doing on these other channels, which has a flywheel effect, right? So every day they're getting all this spillover from these other channels, which brings them to their Amazon listing, which raises the conversion rate of the Amazon listing, right? Because all these hot, ready to buy people are boosting the conversion rate of the listing. Amazon loves that. They're going to boost you up in the organic rankings. So that's why their organic rankings are high, even for some of these huge, big, broad keywords, right? Which gets you even more sales, which boosts you up for even more rankings, which gets you even more sales. And that's when the flywheel effect happens. That's when you hit 1,000 reviews and then 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, and they're going to hit 10,000. And then that's how you see some products on Amazon that have like 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 reviews. It's an upward spiral effect. And that's how some supplements on Amazon sell millions and millions of dollars on Amazon. So that's the cool thing about Amazon. Very, very, very competitive. But lucky for you, you know all the tips, tricks, and hacks from this is one of the best brands that's doing it on Amazon. I seen tons of supplements brands. A lot of them are leaving a lot of stuff on the table. Even the best is leaving a lot of stuff on the table. But if you implement all the stuff that I'm saying in this video, you will win. But of course, you got to have a great product. As I said, if you need help with R&D, get in contact. So send this to your team, go implement it. But this stuff is not going to work if you don't implement it. So go implement it. That's all you need to do. Or if you want my team to implement all this for you, get in touch at amazingmarketingco.com. Full service Amazon growth for health and wellness brands. We specialize in working with supplements companies. We are a small team. We've been rated a top Amazon agency. Dr. Jason, he founded Hybrid Remedies. He said, I interviewed quite a few companies until I landed on AMC. They really took my concerns into consideration. They weren't just spending money to spend money. So we are a small team of 5 Amazon experts in the US. So we're not able to work with everyone, but book a call with Dave here. He's ex-Thrasio, worked with tons of top 100 Amazon sellers, and you can have a quick call with him to see if it might be a good fit for us to implement everything for you if you are looking to outsource / an Amazon agency. But that is just the beginning. If you are launching, what you're going to want to watch next, which is going to be very important, is my launch playbook video. So go ahead and click the video on this screen, and there are some new strategies there. If this video was helpful, leave a like, but see you over there on the next video.